Hello, Piopolis.
Hello again, Internet.
I am Sovereign,
I am that guy.
and we are here with Wargame Airland Battle.
Again.
I nearly said Red Dragon there.
Yeah. We enjoyed the last one so much that we thought we would just do another one.
Yes, there is a possibility that this one might go up first because we recorded it the right way round.
Oh my god. Yes.
I'm just putting that out there. So
I think Sovereign wants to put this one up first because it's better for him, for reasons that you'll see unfolding.
I may have messed up the recording on the first one and had to synchronize a hell of a lot of shit. Anyway,
That's all right. And also, I think you do quite a bit better in this one. So
I do win this one. Whereas in the
oh,
last
you're
one,
giving it away. Spoilers. Jesus. I have to we'll put in a spoiler tag, don't you?
Yeah, or I could bleep that out.
You can bleep it.
I could bleep that out. So we have that guy in the blue corner.
In the blue corner, as the Swedes.
The Swedes.
The Swedes.
The birdie birds.
The Swedes are shit. I don't like the Swedes. Actually, that's not true. I do quite like Swedish people. I'm not entirely fond of the Swedish army as represented in Wargame Airland Battle.
How very diplomatic of you.
Thank you very much.
I am over here in the red corner. Sovereign is the Czechoslovakians, except
Yes.
it's not the Czechoslovakians. It's the Czech Republic. Is it?
It's Czechoslovakia at this point.
Is it? Okay.
It's the Czech Republic now.
Yes.
That's a really complicated subject, though. I think.
Yes.
I think that we'll keep the geopolitical talk to a bare minimum. You get
Yes.
a fuckload of tanks.
Yes. I decided to go tank heavy on this one because I kind of didn't do that last time and it bit me in the ass.
Or next time, as the case.
Or next time, as the case may be. So the last game, which will happen as far as you're concerned in the future.
Okay, so let's just take a step back now and go to a strategic overview and just have a think about what we were doing at the time that we were doing this. So my original plan was actually not to run for the city centre. My original plan was to fight a peripheral battle, try and occupy various buildings around the outside and fight you in a kind of guerrilla fashion, because that's not something I've ever done before. Or it's not something I've ever done successfully before. It's not something I've ever done successfully now. But it's interesting because clearly you started off with an early napalm bomber.
Yes. I wasn't entirely sure which way your guys were going to move. That zoomed all the way in there.
Yeah.
So I thought, I didn't know which of these two crossroads to bomb, to be honest. I thought you might have tried to seize the reinforcement point over here. You probably did with this lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some guys!
Yeah, you held up my advance.
Wow! I didn't realise I'd hit anything.
Actually, you hit them quite badly.
Ooh, and then this all lot comes round here and has to stop because there's napalm on the road.
Yeah.
And
napalming roads is really a very good tactic.
You were going to say Beardy there, weren't you?
No, I don't think it is Beardy. I don't think it is something that is done by people with beards.
So, my initial idea here was to grab the city. Initially, I've got 2 units of, is it the Visad Kari? I don't know how you pronounce that.
Vidiscari.
Yes.
Special forces, Czech special forces.
Those dudes there.
Are they special forces?
They're shock troops, I believe.
Troops.
Well, according to Airland Battle, they're shock troops.
Cool, whatever.
What they actually do, I don't know because I don't know what the Czech army is like.
Managed to quickly get those guys out of transport into the building there.
Yes, that was very lucky. Took a shot from my hind. Is it a hind?
It is a hind.
It is a hind, yes. I had to zoom right in to check that.
Is it a hind? Actually, I'm not sure. I think it is a hind.
Well, it looks like a hind.
Yeah. It's not a havoc.
No.
You don't get havocs.
No, because I'm not the Russians. And you start plonking your AA down at that point.
Yes.
And that becomes a problem.
This point, I just thought, well, what I'll start doing is I'll start stockpiling some tanks in my back line.
Except I did the same.
Yeah, because you were building a reserve this game, which is interesting because it's not something you've done before, so I wasn't expecting it.
Yep. And I'm starting to deploy reconnaissance units on the flank. I've got one out there. There's one coming in here. I can't remember what I planned to do with that. I think mostly just to keep tabs on here because I thought you might have made an early grab for that, and you had.
Yeah, so I just...
So this got interesting.
I started basically moving out. Yeah, that's just an empty transport. I wanted to see where you dudes were.
Yeah.
It's a pretty mercantile tactic, and I don't like it very much because it's a bit gamey, but I felt like I was on the back foot here after that opening salvo. So.
Yeah. Yes, you started shooting at my transports and my helicopters. So actually what I did was, it took me a while to realise, but when I did realise, I actually landed them behind the buildings.
Yeah.
Just to keep them there in case you pushed. I did spot him coming in. Did I kill him?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
I
think a plane comes in at some
something
point.
that you did quite well was you won the early skirmishing quite soundly, because I moved out a bunch of stuff into kind of what one might call skirmish positions, i.e. just trying to find out Silverin's position, trying to sound it out a little bit, and I get pretty shut down on that front. Again, that's something that I didn't expect.
Kill the recon units.
Yeah.
Keep them blind.
Yeah. And it becomes more and more difficult. But I think something that I suffered from quite a lot here was I didn't really have any concept of how my late game push was going to look.
Yes, because your early game had been so disrupted.
Yeah, and also Sweden I don't really know very well as a faction. I know that they have really good anti-tank missiles.
Yep.
And I know that their tanks are okay with a very high rate of fire. Sovereign, where are you going?
It's fine. It's fine. I just had to check the kit because my screen was doing a weird thing. But it's cool. It's cool.
Everything's alright.
Everything's fine.
Your screen is still doing a weird thing.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll fix it afterward.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that's your review, and that's mine. So I can see that you've got units dotted here and there. So I'm expecting recon units to pop up just about anywhere. I finally get rid of this bad boy with possibly one of the cheesiest tactics possible. Yeah. Is I napalm a helicopter while it's in the air.
35-point napalm bombers. They're so good, and I totally forgot about them.
Yep. And suddenly the forest is on fire, and for whatever reason that helicopter drops out of the sky.
Yeah.
Because that's how physics works,
if
people.
You can't stand the heat, get out of the sky.
Yep. Get back in the kitchen.
Oh. That got political. Right, okay. No, we're not. Anyway, right.
Yes, so another little testing unit comes around here.
Yeah, so that's actually full of dudes, but I think it gets dead before I actually...
so if I swap back to the neutral thing, yeah, it's full. So I spot it, and then I come up with these guys who've got the kinetic autocannons, which
are really nice. They're really nice. Kinetic machine guns. Technically, all machine guns work via the application of kinetic energy.
Yes.
However, what kinetic means in Wargame Airland, yes, quite so. What machine guns mean in kinetic means in Wargame Airline battle is that the closer a unit is to another unit, the more damage it does.
Yes.
With very rapid fire guns, this is extremely important. And then I'm going to harass you a little bit here.
Yes. Did that guy run out of ammo?
No, I just kept on moving him around because I thought he was going to get napalm.
I didn't even see him, and I didn't actually realise I'd lost 2 tanks over here until a bit later.
Yes, a whole 70 points.
Yep.
Down the drain there. 80. Yeah. Oh yeah, the 40 points.
40 points for a T-72.
So I'm still stockpiling tanks. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with them. I feel now like I'm probably going to run in... trying to get to Juliet, because I feel like Juliet's a weak point at this moment.
I mean, it is just a reconnaissance unit in there. I mean, I do have plans to reinforce it later on, and I do. And that kind of bites your early push in the ass.
It does.
But you do counterattack very effectively.
Very effectively, earning me 0 points. That's another spoiler.
Yes, I hang on to Juliet by the skin of my Soviet teeth.
It's really annoying.
You'll see how close you came to pushing me out. It really was by the skin of my teeth.
Another thing that I think I failed to do is establish air dominance here, and I forgot how much of an important thing that was. Sweden, one of the many things that Sweden is bad at in Wargame Airline Battle is anti-air defense. They have all right fighters, but you need to make sure that you're really on top of your game with those fighters, because they're basically all that you can do. I mean, they have kind of all right autocannon anti-air stuff.
Also, those SU-25s.
I didn't find them. They weren't very. It was the fucking Delphins that really hurt me.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep on hurting me.
I like the SU-25s because they're a plane that has armor.
Yeah, which is nice. It's nice. I have to say, you could have flown basically anything over my airspace and it would have been fine there.
Yeah. I think it's probably due to the previous/future game.
Yeah, previous/future. Time gets weird on the internet.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't really know. I start buying weird units. Like I start buying like anti-tank missile launching things because I fear that you're going to make an armored push through the middle.
Yeah, it doesn't come through the middle.
No. No, I mean, to be honest, I don't think... There's a sense in which I know when I lose this game, right? And it's... I think you'll see it soon, actually.
Yeah.
I don't stick to the plan.
Yeah. So always stick to the plan.
Always stick to the plan. Me and Sovereign occasionally play 40k, and he usually fucking beats my ass like a 10-penny drum. And the reason that he does that is because he sticks to plans, and I have a habit of going off-piste.
Yes. I mean, I think that's possibly because you regularly beat my ass at Wargame.
Yeah, maybe. So you know,
Wargame is the sort of game where if you run into a brick wall, for example, you start attacking a city that an enemy has very heavily defended. Don't stick to that plan.
No.
Do not stick to that plan. So I think it's different mentalities. And it's
at this point, can you see that I'm building forces up in...
Can
I think
I
you
see
probably
it?
can't you?
No.
No, you can't. Okay.
Because I kind of blocked my own recon unit with this forest. And I kind of thought this vehicle here would be enough to see, but
I can't see shit.
Turns out no. I mean, you can't see what I've got in there either.
No.
And you are building up, and I think, I do actually cap Juliet before you make your push.
I noticed that there's men dying in the middle, and we just haven't said anything about it at all. But so what's happening there is that's just a couple of my infantry units which got caught by a couple of
empty
transports. And that was bad.
Machine guns again.
Yeah, they're really good.
I'm going to keep saying that because
micro autocannons is what they are.
Yes. Micro cannon.
Micro cannons. Not a macro cannon. It's a very different kind of thing.
Yes.
Oh, you prick.
Now I see this lot, so in come the bombers.
And look at that. That's basically my entire air defense in one place. And at that point, this is the point I lose the game because I lose confidence in that attack. I think if I attack there, it's going to be a massive failure. Yeah. Because I can't hold the air off. So I try and move to an area which has higher density of AA stuff, but the only place that has that is the middle.
Which you are not getting in.
But I think...
because you do make an attempt at taking the middle, and then it goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, I think maybe, if I can get toehold in golf, then I can start getting a handle on this game.
Yeah.
And it does go quite horribly wrong, actually.
Yeah.
But the annoying thing is, at this moment, I think I actually have the advantage if you look in terms of units. Because I have a fairly large armoured force up there.
See, because I still think your attack's going to come down through here, so while you've peeled away to have a crack at the middle, I'm reinforcing the crap out of this because I know that I've got infantry and buildings here.
Yeah. I did think, well, he's going to try and reinforce there now, so that probably means that's a bad place for me. It's so annoying because if I just managed to keep the secrecy of that attack, then I could have attacked completely out of the blue, and it would have been a real kick in the arse, I think.
Oh yeah. Have we gotten to the point where I brought my tanks up here yet? I don't think we have.
Not yet.
No.
That's really fucking annoying. It doesn't actually do that much, it's just really fucking annoying.
Yeah, it postpones your attack a bit longer. See, I think...
Oh, you're sending some tanks now, I see.
Yeah, that's the first wave coming in, and the command unit. See, I think I've actually done more damage up here than I actually have, because when my tanks get here and they kill off a couple of units, I start chasing you. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm outrunning my air support, my air defense. Yeah. Although it's not really your air.
No, it's not the air power.
It's the tanks that come back.
I do start using some air power, but it's using air power in that way in which one occasionally does in Airland Battle, which is just like a kind of a comfort mechanism rather than any actual kind of military usefulness. Yes. Because you just want to kill something. Yeah. And you just want to make it dead, and the easiest way to make it dead with aircraft. Yeah. Now, another option that I had here, which I should have probably done, is completely change the axis of advance, so I was actually going for alpha instead.
Yes, because there was absolutely nothing
in alpha.
I mean, I did have several layers of recon.
But if it was...
And I spotted this lot.
There's just... God, I keep on meaning to do this more. I need to change the angle of attack more, because when you change the angle of attack, you basically fuck up all of your opponent's defensive preparations. And it's... offense is actually quite fast in ALB. Defense is extremely slow to move around, but offense is quite fast.
especially if you're using tanks rather than mechanised infantry, because you've got to get in and out of transports.
Although actually, I found and I remembered to a certain degree how to play Sweden later on in the game. This is not how to play Sweden. I'm trying to play them like an armoured juggernaut. They are
Not an armoured juggernaut.
No. I think, he's playing Czechoslovakia, so maybe I can beat him on the armour. And I can beat you on the armour, just about, but it takes a lot of doing.
Yep.
So, I guess we see my... Oh, God.
And your guys run out of fuel.
Jesus. No, they're not out of fuel. They're just low on fuel, but I do have...
He's out.
Oh, he is out. Jesus.
He's nearly out.
Yeah.
He's got a wee bit left.
There are supply units on the way, I believe. Or are they not on the way yet?
Oh, that's one there. There's a couple there.
Yeah.
But you run into my kinetic microcannons.
Kinetic microcannons. Jesus Christ, they're just microcannons. Fucking remove the word kinetic there, because it doesn't matter.
I just like saying it.
Kinetic. Yeah, oh god, what was firing missiles at me, by the way?
What wasn't firing missiles at you?
Because Budiscaria didn't have missiles.
No. At this point, if you pushed me,
Yeah.
I'd have been in trouble, particularly if you had infantry supporting.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really... If you could have tied up my Visadkari, or however you pronounce that, I wouldn't have had much to stop the tanks.
Oh fuck! God damn
And
it.
here come the Delphins.
But I couldn't do a damn thing about those Delphins.
This lot was basically an emergency delaying action because I expected you to come rampaging down here any minute now.
Yeah. Game makes you paranoid, man.
And you didn't. And I thought that was down to the fact that I bombed you.
Oh, it was. It was actually. I was going to start moving it along harder.
Okay. And you can see at this point.
Then there's the
here come the anti-tanks.
Yeah.
And then there's more coming in as well. It might be a bit later.
So I had a window to actually destroy your stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's now fucked because of the napalm. And at that point, after it's fucked after the napalm, I should have just gone.
Yeah.
Like, I'd done a little bit of damage, killed a couple of things, get out, because there's nothing more happening there, you know.
Yeah. And here comes my counter-attack on that side.
You kill a Veek.
I kill the Veek, and I think I get one or two of these.
Yeah. Which is annoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's hardly life-threatening. So you were quite weak when I pushed up this side because all of your tanks were over here.
But I stopped you with 2 tanks.
You did. I mean, to be fair, I called these guys in because the T-62s are just dirt cheap, and all I wanted was number of guns.
Yeah.
I was still expecting you to push hard down here.
But I was saying earlier, I kind of remembered how to play Sweden, and they're not an armoured juggernaut, they are an infantry juggernaut. They have extremely good infantry at taking out tanks, and you really have to use those and somehow find a way to put them in the front line. And you can do that because they have nice wheeled transport. But if you look, I have very little infantry basically on the board, and the infantry that I have, it's just I should have just reused some of my infantry because there's shitloads of transports lying around.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, like there's the Panzerskite, whatever.
Panzerskite.
The guys with Carl Gustavs, which are bloody amazing.
Yeah, they
by the way.
Gustav. Look at that. Oh.
AP 12. Nonsense.
Accuracy 12. AP 18.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, AP 18. It's total nonsense. But
yes. Which is delicious. Get that around the side of a tank and it's dead.
Yeah, get that around the front of most tanks.
Thanks. Yeah. So of course you're advancing here stall at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm coming in with these buggers.
Yeah, and I thought maybe I can keep on pushing.
Yeah.
And that was wrong. It's so wrong.
I think you did kill a few of them, but it's got this. Basically, the transport has the ATGMs, and the men inside have the slightly longer range.
Yeah.
Regular rocket launchers, the RPGs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they light infantry dudes or?
No, they're like the dedicated anti-tank teams, but they've got the missile launcher rather than the thing.
I'm interested to see what the fuck that means.
Those.
Oh, yes.
They count as anti-tank.
Yes.
Because I knew that my Conquerors was running low on ammo, and I know the BV2s only have 3 or 4 rounds each.
It's done. It's over now.
Yeah.
I have 2 tanks left, and they're good tanks, but they're not great tanks, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I expected you to be, as you usually are, keeping something in the back.
Yeah, and I don't know why I wasn't.
To just break me when my ammunition runs out.
Yeah.
So that's where these short-range missile launchers came in, because the BVPs have only got 6 shots apiece and half of them will miss.
Yeah.
They're only lightly armoured, so I expected these guys to either run out of ammo or die.
God.
So then I had them and the Visad carry.
I was not microing my tanks there. I don't know what was going on, really.
Like, I expected you to really hit this, so I turned like a bastard.
And I'm on a timer. I've been on a timer for ages, actually. I
Yeah.
think we missed the point at which the timer started, but the timer starts when Sovereign occupies
Foxtrot
and Juliet.
and Juliet. Yes, because you take golf to even the score, so it's only ticking up 1 a second, but it's is it a second?
No, it's not 1 second, or otherwise this game would be very, very,
Very
much shorter.
fast, yes. Oh, you called Indus down all the way down there. Wow.
Yes. So you'll see that the T-62s have been
They're dead.
thoroughly
They're very
asset
dead.
by this
Because
ST.
a couple of these buggers turned up.
They're really good. They have 15 rounds a minute. It's insane.
Yeah.
Um,
And they have HE power as well, so they'll stun things.
well, yes, I mean most tanks do, but
Yes. HE power's not all
do I
tanks have a decent-
see that ATGM coming? No, I don't. I'm just not on the ball. I think partly I gave myself too wide a front to care about.
You're very stretched.
Yeah, like very stretched out, and I
Yeah,
thought that
you
was an
pulled out of
advantage.
golf, I see.
Yeah, like because I now realise that this is a losing battle, and I should listen to my own fucking advice and not
Yeah.
lean into
So-
losing battles.
Yeah, see, I'm in trouble here.
Yeah, you are, and that's kind of surprised me because I moved in and then I was like, oh, actually he is in trouble, isn't
Yeah.
he? So I am just going to lean on this a bit.
Yeah. And I was initially in less trouble than I thought I was.
You were in less
Then-
trouble than you thought. Yeah, that's true.
Then this thing comes in and starts messing up my chopper, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get seriously humped here. So what I actually do is I switch focus, because I was expecting massive attack down here. I'm building up tanks.
Yeah.
But then I see this, and then suddenly all I do is have my tanks come down this road.
Yeah, and I start building. This
and
is
I've got a few, I mean, they're T-55 flame tanks, they're crap, but
yeah.
it was all I had at the time.
See, this is textbook how to not attack in airline battle, though. I mean, because what I'm doing is I'm not using a full power punch.
No.
I'm using a piecemeal, 1 unit coming in at a time.
Yeah.
It's never going to work because there's just not enough there.
Yep. And you'll see in the other video, the
Yes.
next
Yeah,
past
yeah.
video, I do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And I get my army piecemeal blown up.
But you know what I think it is? I think it's partly you do these kinds of things when you don't know your side very well. I mean, it's not like you don't know the Brits, right? And it's not like you super know the Czechs. I mean, I think this is the first time I've ever seen you playing the Czechs.
Okay.
So, but when you don't quite know what the roles of your units are, for instance, I'm using these STRVs. Wrong. They're defensive units. They're not offensive units. I should be pushing mainly with my infantry, supported by ATGMs and you know the spags.
Yes.
Spags, not spags. Manpads.
Yes.
Yes, which sound hilarious, by the way. But, oh, it was over there. That's where the command unit was.
Yes. Right in this back corner.
Oh, yeah, I guess
And
so
that's,
close.
that's the warning that Michael's on the timer.
Yeah.
He's really on it.
To be honest, I'd still be on the timer if you lost Juliet.
That's true.
It would just be a slightly less pressing timer.
Yeah. So here's all my desperate attempts to slow you down. You never actually get this recon unit either. This
No,
is
I
why I
didn't
can
know.
see
Yeah,
precisely where your shit is.
Yeah, I did not know that. Oh, I just was not on the ball.
The trick I find with recon units is to put them just far enough away from the main road that a regular unit can't spot them.
Yeah, you're quite right. You're quite right. It's something I do too often is put them at crossroads and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
It's sometimes nice when they ambush things and blow up a tank, but it very rarely
If anything
happens.
comes through in fourth, they just die.
Yeah.
In fourth?
In fourth.
In fourth.
Reinforcements arrived.
Cannot comply. Lifting in progress. That's
Oh my
probably
God.
horrendously offensive.
Red Alert was so good.
Yes.
Oh.
And this is where you start having a red alert because
This is
my
just-
tanks have turned up. Like my
I
actual
like
tanks.
I like that the Vigan kills your strop. Like,
Yes. Yes.
did not mean it to do that. But yes, I start.
That's the lamentation of your vegan.
Yay! There we are. What is the sweetest thing in life? To
Make your enemies
Just-
cry with Vigans.
To slay your enemy's Panzerskiat and hear the lamentations of their Vigans. I probably butchered that.
No worse than he did.
Yeah. I did not know what he was about. What's this cunt doing? Look at him.
He
Some mad
has
fuck.
he has anti-tank missiles. He just
And he
refused-
was attacking a man pad.
Yeah, he just kind of refused to fire. I'm not sure what he was doing, so I just called him off.
Oh god, I love these tank battles though. I mean, I think, right, I'm actually pretty good at fighting with tanks in this game. Because your tanks, by all rights, should just be absolutely fucking nailing my tanks right now, and they do start nailing the tanks. I mean, it's not like a.
I
It's not
think
like you totally
I'm
win.
not aggressive enough. Like I try to engage you at long range.
Yeah, but you're Russian.
Yes,
Not Russian. Sorry, you're Czech. But you're using
it's a Russian vehicle.
ex-Russian
It's a
shit.
T-72.
You know that the Soviet tank doctrine was basically don't start firing until you're at like point blank range. Like don't start firing until literally you don't have to elevate the gun to fire at the enemy. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's really effective actually because basically you are so aggressive that your opponent either has to move back. And if he does start moving back, then you're still moving forward, right? And
Yeah.
he might be firing, but there's still lots of T-72s around, and they are going to hurt when they start firing.
Yes.
Rather than try and engaging in like these sniping duels that
Yeah.
NATO tanks are designed for. Yeah. Oh god, this is bad. I mean, this is it's 375. The clock, it's over at this point, really. I mean, I have units in the backfield, but where the command vehicle is not where I thought it was.
No.
Even
And
if
the advance is stalled.
even if I did get it, the advance could keep on going if I
Yes.
had properly supported it. So if I had used that tank push at the start,
Yep.
which I wanted to do, I think the whole thing could have been a bit different. But
It could have been very different.
could have been very different. I think it probably would have stopped though because I didn't have enough infantry with it.
Yes.
Didn't buy enough infantry. There's no Kunstjägers here. Kustjägers. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's the Swedish special forces who are among the hardest bastards in Airland battle.
Yes, they are up there with Spets.
Yes, they are the specialist of special forces. There we are, and that's
GG.
That's all we should
Yep.
remember.
So the losses on this one are much closer than they are in the other game. In
Yes.
the other game, I get thoroughly pounded,
Yes,
but
by
you
the
can see
fist.
that I have very much taken and held the territory that I wanted to take and hold.
no conquest points at all for me, and I think that I think I can learn quite a lot from this experience, and part of what I can learn is I don't think what I was doing was a terrible idea, but I just needed to be more decisive when I decided to attack. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any other thoughts at the end of the game, other than smug thoughts? Because I imagine you have a few of those.
It's in general like how little stuff just got killed.
What you mean, like in total?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it was it was very very skirmishy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't a lot of main combat.
No. I mean, I think there's a few things I could have done better. One of which would have been to deploy my recon units properly. I mean, I did eventually get there, and in the nick of time to spot your main thrust.
Yes, but yeah.
But if I'd had that set up properly earlier on, I would have seen that you were much weaker on that side, and I could have maybe gone up that side in force.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not sure how weak that would have left the middle. But then you kind of chickened out of the middle before
Yeah, I
I'd
did.
finished
Yeah, I did.
reinforcing it.
Yeah,
So that could have gone either way.
I know. I think also this game gives me more ideas about airlifted infantry because, generally speaking, all airlifted infantry are used for in ALB is for snatching the middle.
Yes.
But
Like I did.
yeah, like Sovereign did. But I mean, I think that one of the things about them is that I could have entirely shifted my axis of advance if all of my infantry had been in helicopters. Like I could have just fucked off and gone the other direction, rather than. Well, I mean, I did shift my axis of advance, but the problem was that it was with tanks, so it took
Yes.
about 5 minutes for things to get set up from place to place. By which time you'd already reinforced where I was going to attack. But,
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, with infantry though, it's going to be even slower than the tanks to move. If you
Not
disembark
with the
them.
helicopters.
Not with the helicopters, I suppose. No, but if you've disembarked, you've got to re-embark.
Yeah, but I mean,
There's a lot of fiddling around. It's
so-
not impossible.
so I mean, I guess what I mean was I was building a reserve because I try and do that after the initial positions are set. Build a reserve. I could have built it with helicopter infantry, and then after the initial scouting goes down, right, I can see that place I don't want to attack, that place I do want to attack.
Yeah.
I'll shift the helicopters over to that place. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, attacking with helicopters gets a bit hairy, but
A little bit.
It's less bad when it's just like a couple of recon units at a place.
Yes. They might only get 1 or 2 choppers.
Yeah. They will probably get some choppers.
The problem is when you lose a chopper, you lose the unit inside, and that's a lot of points.
Yeah. I realise we're doing a lot of talking. There's not a lot happening on the screen.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we should probably end it there. But that was great fun.
That was a good game. Yes.
Yeah, it was a very good game.
I would say that naturally.
Yes. Yeah. I think it was a shit game. I think you played shitly, and I think your sportsmanship was fucking terrible. You are a cunt. Anyway,
Speak for yourself.
I speak for myself. But anyway, no, that was really great fun. I hope that you enjoyed it at least a little bit. If you do enjoy it, why not like? Possibly even subscribe. Who knows? Ooh.
Yes.
Where can they find us? Sorry.
They can find us on my YouTube channel. I am
Which
Sovereign.
is- You are Sovereign?
I am
Yes,
Sovereign.
Yes,
You can find me there. You can also check out that guy's blog called Know Thy Game.
yes, which is on WordPress.
Yes.
And my Twitter. Which
And you have a
is-
Twitter? Yes.
Yes, so which is Michael Addison or Know Thy Game blog at Twitter. It's Twittery.
Yes.
Yes. Know Thy Game blog. Just search for that.
Just
it'll
search
be
for
fine.
that. I should also plug my Twitter account. Just
You have a
because
Twitter
I have a
account?
Twitter account.
I don't follow Sovereign's Twitter account. I will do soon.
Yes, so that's there. You can find that from my YouTube channel. Links, etc., will be attached.
Fantastic.
Next time.
Next time, good game. I'm going home because I'm tired.
GG.
Bye bye.